US Chartbreakers here at Zach's Traders Cafe for Wednesday, the 27th of December. Starting off with the S&P as usual, and here we've been looking for the market hitting that red September 2022 resistance line projection 48.20 by the end of next month. The way things are going, we have an outside chance we could even hit that by the end of this month, or this year, in fact. But below that, we've got support towards 4,700, and at least while we're above that, looking for the upside, whether it's this side of the New Year's Day or the other side. Moving along to the stocks, and a favourite over the near term, largely because it's gone up rather rapidly, is Altimmune. Always looked good, and it's turned out to be that way. That's a massive U-shaped turnaround there. Bear Trap Island reversal, so gapping down and then gapping up after new lows. And our old target there by the end of next month was up to $8.50, but we've overshot that and looking for $14 now by the end of next month, especially while we're above the old support on the way down around the $10 area. But the gap higher, latest gap higher there, very encouraging indeed, given that it's part of a series that we've had since the lows were made. Moving along to a stock which is perhaps less spectacular, but you never know. Here you can see that Baosheng has broken a line of resistance there from back in May. That was around $4.50. Above that, we're looking for the top of a triangle formation from July as high as $11 by the end of next month. The key here is that we stay on the right side of $5. On to a stock which I think I have looked at quite recently, but it's back again. C4 Therapeutics. Here you can see that looking triangle in place basically since the end of May, but it looks like we're in a mid-move consolidation now, and this is effectively a bull flag within the mid-move above the $4 area, looking for a retest of the mid-December spike at $8 by the end of next month, or hopefully even sooner than that. Two unfilled gaps to the upside, so a lot of momentum seems to be pent up there. Ebang is next, and here it's almost become an old favourite. Good progress, and initial target here up around $12.50. The next target was up towards $18, which I think we just missed by a cent on the latest session, which is not bad, I suppose. Above $18, looking for 22, well, 20 up to $23 by the end of next month, which is a resistance line projection and the upper parallel of our initial target from basically back in the summer of 2022. This stage only back below $15, and resistance on the way down really would suggest that we've peaked too soon on that situation. Looking at the next stock, which is Fortress Bio, here you can see that it's a bit of a messy turnaround, but with all these gaps and gap fills, but the message here is that above the 50-day moving average, around $2.25, we're looking up towards $4.50, and that late October resistance line projection. Hopefully we'll see that by the end of next month, or hopefully much sooner than that. Next up is an interesting, maybe more esoteric situation, Imac Holdings, and here a big spike in yesterday's session. Looking for the shares to stay above resistance on the way down around $2.50. If we can do that, then we could still be on for $6 as soon as the end of next month, giving the shares plenty of time to regroup after that big spike that we saw in yesterday's session. Returning to the next stock, which is coming up in the form of Leap Therapeutics. Here we've got a rising trend channel base, that trend channel in place since the end of June. The top of the channel heading for $5.60, which we're now hoping we'll see by the end of next month, especially while we're above the $3.20 area, which was the initial December resistance. Moving along to a decent play in the making, Omega Therapeutics. Here another rising trend channel base, and 50-day line rising nicely at the floor of that channel near $2, above the recent resistance at $2.80, looking for up to $5 by the end of next month at the top of that rising trend channel from August. Next up is a setup which hopefully will be appreciated by some. Here we've got a broadening triangle base, but an uptrend line in the RSI window, which is backing a turnaround, and end of day close through $9 should be enough to give the shares a move to $16 over the following 4 to 6 weeks. Ideally, we stay on the right side of $7 in the meantime. New situation to the US chart breakers in the form of Science 37. Here we've got this rising trend channel base from back in May, top of that channel heading for $10, and the longer we stay above the 50-day line at $6, the greater the chance of that being hit by the end of next month. Shapeways is next, and here you can see that another rising trend channel base situation. We've gapped through the 50-day line at $2.20. Above that, looking for $3.20, well before the end of next month, hopefully much sooner than that. On to the last three. The first one is one which may be more of a high octane situation than the last one. Rising trend channel base, basically looking to fill that gap up towards $6 and then hit a target around $6.50 over the next couple of weeks. Ideally, we stay on the right side of $4.50 ahead of a move towards that zone. If you're a fan of the shares and looking for greater glory, then above $6.50, we're looking for $9 early in the new year, but a bit early to say that just yet. On to probably the most famous of the stocks we're going to look at today, which is Tupperware. And here the stock has been sort of consolidating over the recent past, still a rising trend channel base, good consolidation above a rising 50-day moving average, and you normally see the breakout happen after a week or two, above $2.20 and recent resistance, looking for up to $3.60 by the end of next month, and hopefully much more than that, given the slow burn turnaround and that sort of saucer-shaped turnaround that we've seen there. Finishing off with a stock which was quite a frequent flyer in the summer, Wheels Up Experience. Here we're just coming up to our target there, around $4.90. Above that, looking for up to $7 by the end of next month. And ideally, we stay above resistance on the way down rather, at $3.70 in the meantime. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.